Hello, people. How's it going? Well, I August. I haven't really felt like making a lot of videos. I apologize for that. I usually try to make a few, mostly during the weekends. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, most and Monday. It stopped raining finally. Often I'm drizzling since I got off work. Well, this one probably won't be very long, but that's okay. I don't mind. Um, anyway, as I told you in one of my last videos, I do love short stories. I had this book a long time ago. I mean, a long time ago. I'm doing some reading of some of the stories in here. You know, get stories by Charles Dickens, George Eliot, Wilkie Collins, George Meredith, Thomas Hardy, Robert Louis Stevenson, Joseph Conrad, Rudyard Kipling, H.G. Wells. They have a whole bunch of others, of course. I'm just naming out the first, nine. Yeah, I just got done reading the Mark of the Beast by Kipling. Interesting story. It almost borders on a werewolf story, but not quite. Kipling is always interesting. I like Kipling. Kipling is probably one of those influences in my own life as a writer. I do like him. I do like Kipling. But yeah, I mean, it has a lot of good stories in it. I mean, it's last century and the 18th, it's 19th century and the 20th, between centuries, 20th century. I mean, I've read a lot of these books that some are in here. I mean, some of these short stories, I should say. But anyway, but I mean, well, some of the authors, as you can tell, some of the others. I like this book, so deal with it. Oh, sorry, there you go. Trying to get the glare out of there. Sorry. Okay. But as I said, I like short stories. This richly diverse anthology celebrates the astonishing power of the genre and reaffirms the importance of short fiction in British literature. From the popularity of mystery and the supernatural in the late 19th century to the examination of social issues on the 20th, these stories demonstrate a veracity, vitality, and narrative voice and technique that reflects the fascinating development of the form. So they don't have Sheridan LaFoe. I think I always forget that poor man's name wrong. He's not in here, which is kind of odd. You think he would be in here? I know he's an Irish writer, but come on, we have Frank O'Connor in here. Come on, we have Sam Beckett in here. Let's see. I know we saw someone else. William Flaherty. I'm not sure why he's not in here. Why Sheridan isn't in here. I'm scanning. Why they don't have every writer of the English type. But it does have The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which is my favorite gothic horror story. Got some Dickens. Dickens wrote ghost stories. I have a complete collection of ghost stories. Kipling, I have a whole bunch of his books, short stories. But this is a good book. I like short stories, as you know, as I've said many, many times ad nauseum. But I've had that a long time ago. I'm trying to get better books on my Dickens, on my Lord of the Rings stuff. This is just the Return of the King, the third book. I haven't read Tolkien in a long time, and no, I haven't watched the horrifyingly bad, was it Netflix or Amazon, one of those two series, because they're bad and they're not Tolkien. But I have read Lord of the Rings. I have read some of his stuff. I like Tolkien. My mom doesn't. My mother, unfortunately, does not like Tolkien. It's okay. It's fine. Me and my mother don't have to agree on everything. But but I like Tolkien. I like the fantasy adventure. I like the dragons, the hobbits, the dwarves, the elves, the trees, the talking trees. But anyway, yeah, I have to find the Fellowship of the Ring on this particular series collection. I mean, this is, I also have to replace my Hobbit, the Hobbit one, on the same series, the same book series. But I like Lord of the Rings, the movies. And I even like The Hobbit, the Peter Jackson The Hobbit. I actually like that movie. I like better the Lord of the Rings better, but they're good. I like them. They are very good. I enjoy those films very much. And I like the book. On to history. Battle of Agincourt, the King campaign, the battle. In this landmark study of Agincourt, prize-winning author Juliet Barker draws upon a huge range of sources, published and unpublished, English and French, to give a compelling account of the battle for which so many legends have been built. Thank you, William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare is not history, okay? He's the greatest playwright who ever lived, but he is not a historian. I remember I read this book, and I remember I used to have this copy a long time ago, and I'm fairly certain I haven't read it, but I know of her. I know of her books, and I think she's a good writer. Besides, Bernard Cornwell is putting an introduction in here. You know it's good, because he's a good writer. But, I love history. I like history. I have been looking for this book in a lot of ways. So, but Battle of Agincourt. Henry V, by the way, the play, the movie, with Kenneth Branagh, is very good. I like the movie. The movie is very good. I will do a movie review of that at some point. Remember, Shakespeare wasn't writing for history. He was writing propaganda for the Elizabethan age. And, you can't write anything bad, even though, Shakespeare he did his research, but he also wasn't above, slightly making his heroes more heroic and his villains more villainous, particularly the French. And the movie is good. I like the movie. I like the movie very much, actually. I even sort of like the Laurence Olivier version, but I like the Kenneth Branagh version better. Because it looks more interesting and certainly better battle scenes. But this is a good book, by the way. Anyway, from Tolkien to Agincourt. I bought this book. Now, I've read the series. I read the Left Behind series. I read it up to the point to where I started just buying the book on tape and listening to it. What I liked about the series wasn't so much the theology, but the character studies. I found it interesting as a character. This is a synopsis of the entire series and where they got it wrong and where they got it right in the series. But I like the series. I like the books. I like the characters. I don't think I completely 100% follow the theology. Not so much the theology. I think the way things were interpreted, possibly. I think they made a few changes to not offend certain people. But, that's literature for you. But the movies were okay. The movies were what they were. They were just very simply made and not great quality, but they were fun to watch for the most part. Mostly the first one. After that, it got kind of silly. But anyway. But this is just a biblical view of the end times, the Left Behind series, and how that series does it. I got this book at the church. They're giving books away, so I took this one. There are other books I may take. But, will Jesus' followers be suddenly removed from the planet? Yes, they will. Will the Antichrist rule the world and demand worship? Yes, he will. Will those left behind have to take the beast mark or die? Yes, they will. And no, it's not Donald Trump. There was a Facebook post that was trying to convince me that somehow Donald Trump is the Antichrist or the beast or whatever. Apparently this person doesn't know his Bible very well. Anyway, I will probably do a video on that subject at some point. I just don't. Lately, I have just not been in the mood to do overly serious videos. I've been doing my research for one video, but overall, I don't know what it is about this month. I've just been out of sorts. I really haven't written a whole lot. I haven't done many videos. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It might be the summer. The summer hasn't been bad. And yes, I got a haircut. I know you're also just absolutely fabulously enthralled with my haircut. This is one of the books Mom sent me. So far, I'm finding him to be an interesting short story writer. He's still alive, by the way. But I'm finding his. Yeah, my mom's handwriting. She left me a note. This is a collection of not so much short stories, but some of his writings. He's written sort of his short stories, but so far I've read. I'm reading, I should say. New York is a city of things unnoticed. That's not bad. That's pretty good, actually. My mom thought I would like it. It is signed, by the way. It is signed by the author. So I have a signed copy of Mr. D. Kelly's. I don't know if that's his first name, his real first name. I know they said how to pronounce his first name because Gay is actually a nickname. Because people are probably having a hard time saying his first name, which is Felice, I guess, or something like that. He's Italian American. But so far, I'm finding this pretty good. I mean, I like. They're not really short stories. They're more like essays written like short stories, as far as I can tell. I mean, my mother thought it would be I would enjoy it. So far, I'm kind of enjoying it. I like it so far. He is still alive. He's in the 90s now. But yes, she likes that, but she doesn't like Tolkien. Go figure. Anyway, another book my mother sent me. But she loves Jeff Shaw now. This is the Battle of Vicksburg. Jeff Shaw, The Chain of Command. Yes, the novel The Siege of Vicksburg. Because, can never have enough history books from Civil War books, but Chain of Thunder. I mean, I have Blades of Glory, Gods and Generals, Last Full Measure, To the Last Man, Rising Tides, The Way. Oh, well, I have most of these. Though I will have to say, I do prefer softcover more than I do for hardcover, but Mom got done reading it, so she sent me it. It's fine with me. I'll read Jeff Shaw all day long. I like his books. I also haven't really a chance to go to the bookstore lately. August, for some reason, this August has been just blah. I really haven't got much writing done. I've got a lot of work done. I mean, work-wise is fine. Got one more book. We might have storm again. Keeps clouding up. That's fine. As long as it's not raining when I get up at 1:45 in the morning to go to work. That's actually it's earlier on Saturday mornings. Gotta be there at 3 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, this is a book the pastor gave me because he wants to help me out with my Book of Acts YouTube channel Bible study. I'm still in the research stage. I should start my first one this Sunday. I should have the first one up and coming this Sunday, hopefully. But he gave me this book. The Hellenistic period of Jewishness is quite fascinating. I am writing a commentary on that. I will eventually get it done. I've only been doing it for 3 years, off and on. I'm terrible. I lose interest in things, and I don't know why a lot. Sometimes I think I just think I'm not accomplishing anything with it, and I'm wasting my time, and I'll come back to it, try to fix it. Oh, wait a minute, I'm a writer. Of course I am. But I do like this book, and it's more of a scholarly work. Oh, he also gave me, I think I already showed this book. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, it's the latest books for the library. Nothing overly, groundbreaking or earth-shattering or to offend anybody. Darn, nothing to offend anybody. I am thirsty this morning, this evening. August has not been a good month. On certain levels, anyway. It hasn't been all that bad. It's just productive-wise, it hasn't achieved too much. But, because it has to do with the books of the home library, I don't know, but that's been part of it. But anyway, put these books somewhere in this room, and then I will hopefully do one more video in about an hour. When I do a video, I try to do at least 3. If I'm not going to do any writing, I want to do a video. That is something I keep telling myself to do. I'll be glad when this month is over. I don't know what it is about this month. I'm not sure. I thought about making a video about what just this month has just been so unproductive and so ridiculously unproductive. I mean, work-wise, fine, I guess. I'm just looking at the monstrously gray clouds that I think are coming this way to dump more rain on us. Which wasn't raining this morning when I went to work, but when I came home, it was raining. It was drizzling lightly. Luckily, I took the bus to get home. Let's see. Those are all the new books up to this point. I know that's exciting. At least for me, it is anyway. I like books. But anyway, I will try to do another video in about an hour, maybe 30 minutes or so, on something else, a little more interesting, hopefully. Well, like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Behave yourselves, people, because you know I'm not going to. Later.